Google DeepMind last week released Gemini 1.5 Pro, which has an astonishing 1 million tokens context length. In this video, I am going to show you the things that Gemini 1.5 Pro can do extremely well, along with the things that it is not as good with. Gemini 1.5 Pro is the next generation of Gemini suite of models in the multimodal domain, with previously released Gemini Ultra, 1.0 Pro, and Nano. Gemini is a multimodal model, which means that it can work with audio, text and video both on input and output. Take a look at this demo by Google DeepMind where they feed in 402-page document of Apollo 11's mission to Moon, which is about 326,000 tokens long.
We started by uploading the Apollo PDF into Google AI Studio and asked, find 3 comedic moments, list quotes from this transcript, and emoji. The model responded with 3 quotes, like this one from Michael Collins, "I'll bet you a cup of coffee on it." If we go back to the transcript, we can see the model found this exact quote and extracted the comedic moment accurately. Then we tested a multimodal prompt. We gave it this drawing of a scene we were thinking of and asked, what moment is this? The model correctly identified it as Neil's first steps on the moon. And for the last prompt, we asked the model to cite the timecode of this moment in the transcript. Let's look at the model's response here. And when we find this moment in the transcript, we can see that this timecode is correct.
Since Gemini is multimodal, it can also take videos as input, such as the next demo in which they feed a 44-minute long video. Take a look.
We uploaded the video and asked, find the moment when a piece of paper is removed from the person's pocket and tell me some key information on it with the timecode. The model gave us this response, and it gave us this timecode 1201. When we pulled up that timecode, we found it was correct. The model had found the exact moment the piece of paper is removed from the person's pocket, and it extracted text accurately. Next, we gave it this drawing of a scene we were thinking of and asked, what is the timecode when this happens? The model returned this timecode, 1534. We pulled that up and found that it was the correct scene. Like all generative models, responses vary and won't always be perfect. Simple drawings like this are a good way to test if the model can find something based on just a few abstract details, like it did here.
This is super exciting, and the possibilities of application using such a tool are endless. But how reliable is the 1 million context length, you may ask? Well, in their technical report for Gemini 1.5 Pro, Google DeepMind researchers performed a needle in the haystack test. In this test, a special token, aka the needle, is hidden inside the haystack, that is the full context length of the model. And the objective is to find and generate the needle token. This shows the reliability of the model finding the relevant information from the large context. As you can see in the technical report, the test concluded a recall of greater than 99.7% for up to 1 million tokens of haystack across all modalities. They also compared the results with GPT-4 Turbo model. When comparing the text haystack, Gemini 1.5 and GPT-4 are equally good, with the limitation that GPT-4 only supports 120k context length, whereas Gemini 1.5 supports 9 times the context length. Similarly, in case of video, Gemini 1.5 Pro supports up to 1 hour of videos, whereas GPT-4V only supports up to 3 minutes of video. When comparing the audio haystack, GPT-4 does not have a direct audio capability, which is why they used Whisper plus GPT-4 Turbo, and clearly it had a problem in finding the needle. Gemini is able to retrieve multiple needles in a single shot more reliably compared to GPT-4. In this case, the model had to find 100 unique needles in a single turn. They also show the amazing in-context learning capabilities of Gemini 1.5 Pro by evaluating translation between English and Calamang language, which has only 200 native speakers worldwide. They gave Gemini the grammar manual for Calamang, and the model learned to translate to English at a similar level to a person learning from the same context. They also compare the core capabilities of Gemini 1.5 Pro with Gemini 1.0 Pro and Ultra. As you can see from the table, Gemini 1.5 Pro was able to surpass 1.0 Pro across all the capabilities, whereas Ultra is slightly better than 1.5 Pro in image understanding and speech recognition and translation. People have been getting early access to Gemini 1.5 Pro and have been playing around with what it can do. For example, Gaber asked Gemini 1.5 Pro to critique this OpenAI Sora model generated video, and the model was able able to identify why this video might be AI generated with things like cherry blossoms in peak winter along with abrupt snowflakes movement. Google DeepMind also took challenge from Andre Karpathy on taking his 2-hour-long video and writing a chapter-wise summary in a blog-like fashion, and it did a decent job at creating the summary for the video. On the flip side, it looks like Google went a little overboard with diversity in image generation, because of which the model was generating historically inaccurate images. Take a look at this medieval British king or the image of a pope, and while it was generating images for certain ethnic groups properly, it completely denied doing the same for white skin tone people. For now, Google has paused the image generation feature and are working to roll out an improved version soon. Despite all this, Gemini has been truly a big leap in the direction of multimodal AI, and I will keep you posted on more such stories, so make sure to follow for more. If you liked this video, please don't forget to like and share. Until next time, bye bye.